coming, Joker. Get excited. Maybe? Yep.
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
And you're surprised about that?
They've spent years denying the threat. You think they'd be prepared now?
Saved them. It doesn't mean I have to like them.
I was kind of hoping that maybe they were planning in secret and just not telling you about it because, you know, Cerberus. Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
Happy to be back.
Commander.
Oh, don't want to open the airlock just yet, that's for sure. Let's see what other areas we have access to.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Thanks, trainer. Okay, we were in the captain's cabin. Let's go to the crew deck. Look at this. What do we have here? Kaden Alenko. Talizora Vast Normandy. Jesus. Man, they've upgraded this place, like, severely. It's awesome. Life support. This is where Thane used to hang out. Ooh. Crew quarters. Remember, there used to be people in here that were pretty chatty, but times were better back then. Can't go into the women's west room. Rest room. Chakwas should be in here. Yep.
Commander?
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old med bay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Why?
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
Okay.
Guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. Good. Your implants are showing little sign of rejection.
Little or none?
Just keep up that positive outlook of yours, Commander, and your scars shouldn't return. That's it. You're the picture of health.
How's our inventory of meds?
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
Do you ever regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't work for them. We used them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them. So no, I don't regret it one bit.
Beautiful.
You've never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
She mentioned something about... Oh. Oh, this is the, This is Ava or whatever. Nobody's working on her. What do we got going on here? I kind of wonder if she shouldn't be in more of a secure location. Nothing going on down here. I imagine this place will get pretty busy. Is this, yeah, it's Liara. This has changed. This is where Miranda used to hang out.
Shepard.
What
It's a
the
pleasure
hell?
to see you again.
Another
You're
VI?
the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Or AI?
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office.
Okay.
It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
Beautiful.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you've found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
That's awesome. Okay.
Meeting with the council.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. This will be difficult even for us. If something happens on a mission, if either one of us are hurt, I'll always remember that tour of the Normandy. But let's be honest, Shepard. It's been more than a half a year. Should we continue where we left off?
Absolutely.
I'd like that more than anything, Liara.
Good. I was getting worried.
There were a lot of reasons I was happy to see you on Mars.
I'd like that list. But later? There's so much left to do. I'm working with Edie. Hopefully we can discover what the Protheans left for us. But I'm looking forward to talking about something other than business.
Awesome.
Maybe later?
Yes, later. It's about time. Not that I'm not patient, because I am.
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
Literally killed?
So is that drone your new secretary?
Glyph is a VI shell that indexes my search functions on the data feeds. I couldn't work without it. Although I'm lucky Edie let Glyph on board after it tried to rewrite her scheduled tasks.
I was merely attempting to standardize the ship's automated systems to our own, Dr. Tassoni.
Yeah.
Yes, that's precisely why you're confined to the cabin.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship. Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus's ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
I didn't either.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
That's awesome. It's really promising that things can get better there. Okay, so Farron has persuaded his contacts to ship an armor mod kit to the Normandy. Technically illegal in Citadel space, the kit's Omnigel converter and manufacturing fabricator can make a one-time modification to Shepard's armor, improving shield strength or adding thermal clip compartments. Okay. Oh, I see. So we take these and then we can decide what we want to do with them. Let's actually go ammo capacity. A couple extra shots never hurt anybody except for the ones that they were shooting. Obviously. Never mind that
A new
statement.
notification is available on the private messages terminal.
Okay, I'll have to check my private messages later. Still other people to visit. Let's head to engineering. We'll start at the end. Starboard cargo. Oh, I was gonna say I didn't actually expect anyone to be here.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Look, just focus on Cerberus.
Your story is Cerberus. They're a clear and present danger to everything we try to do. Alien audiences will hate them.
So they're traitors to Earth and the galaxy. I wouldn't have to torque it much. And you do have an inside track on Cerberus. Alright, you feed me your info, and I'll keep biting.
Alright. Okay, the other door is locked, so let's head down below. Highly doubt that Jack's gonna be just chilling down here. Certainly not. There's these little model ships all over the place. Oh, did we not get that one? What is that? What is that thing? Flight number? What is that? That was weird.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship.
That they do.
And about that, Cerberus, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Glad to have you.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly.
Beautiful.
That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
I'd say so.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much.
It's our new
I noticed
tagline.
you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And
You're
that
losing me.
means
We
Yeah.
should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance.
Okay, that's good.
All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
Does the new Normandy stack up?
Guess again. All in all, the Normandy is a...
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
She's watching.
Expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Okay, so I think we have one more floor. And then we're good. Oh, it does show us who's down here. That's awesome. James and Cortez. Okay. So we've got our weapons bench. Weapon upgrades. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. We can just buy anything we want. I'm not really using that. I have to check which weapons I'm currently using and then just upgrade those specific ones. So I'm using the N7 Eagle and the M23 Katana 1. I could go here, grab Katana 2, and the N7 Eagle. Oh, and I can just keep going. Oh, I love it. I'm broke now, but what do we got here? Little robot dog, Robo-Dog. This is good. It's a Roomba. Procurement interface. Nothing there. Casa fabrication. Oh my god, we're gonna need some serious credits with my spending habits. Oh my god. Yeah, those are way out of our league right now.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
It's all good.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
Okay, good to know.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
Yeah.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for
Almost
logistics,
killed us all doing
making sure
it.
the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Smart.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. Practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them.
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement, too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding
What's
a flight.
CAG?
They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded EZO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
Hence how James ran it into the other ship and almost killed us all.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields.
Oh.
The collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
Progressive space. This is good.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
And then our armor locker, so we can change... Well, nothing, I guess. Change a couple of the helmets. Let's go... That one. No, let's go with this one here. I like that. May as well switch it up a little bit. Nice. I mean, it's typical to go like standard red and black, but it is pretty cool. You can't say that it isn't. Lights. I don't have any lights. Oh, yes I do. Let's actually go with like the light orange. Why not? Our weapon's definitely upgraded. I went a little bit spend happy, but it's something that I'm using pretty regularly right now, so I don't feel bad about it.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
Just coming to say hi, dude.
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Let's do it.
I think I can handle it.
Have a little sparring match or what?
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Beautiful.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Ha! You sound like my old CO.
Oh, yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
Yeah.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
Boom.
I do.
Gotta get a little respect in there.
Too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So, maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war.
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks for the dance, Loco.
I like that. I could work with Loco.
Loco, huh?
It's crazy.
I can think of worse things to call you.
Long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
Better get back to those pull-ups. Your arms are only the size of tires. Fortification unlocked, available in the med bay. Interesting. Let's check out the med bay then really quick.
How are you, Commander?
I'm good. Reassign powers. Interesting. Very interesting. Reassign power bonuses. Oh, here we go. Reinforce armor using protective Foucault currents. Alright, but I'm broke. I spent everything on cool weapons. Alright, I think we've talked to everybody. We still have some private messages at our terminal. And then we can head out. Alright, watch training videos. No, we're okay there. Oh my god. People have been busy. From Hackett. Alliance forces are stretched thin across the galaxy. We need your specific talents for a series of ops. These missions will open doors for the Alliance in places we can't touch through conventional means. We'll deploy operatives to hold point after you've completed your objectives. I need you to head to Cerberus Lab on the planet Sanctum. I'll brief you when you're inbound. Reinstatement from Hackett. This letter formally acknowledges your reinstatement into the Alliance Navy per Admiral David Anderson's recent verbal communication. Under Emergency War Powers Reg 903.5, you are hereby authorized to assume command of the Normandy SR-2. You are directed to begin interdiction operations against any and all enemies posing a threat to Earth, its colonies, and its allies. Furthermore, you are granted diplomatic authority to re-establish treaties with non-human races as required to support your mission. Emergency flash traffic. This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. All Alliance military personnel are directed to evacuate Sol System at first available opportunity. Do not attempt Earth approach. Heavy enemy resistance reported. Repeat, do not attempt Earth approach. Further instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. Earth-based Alliance personnel unable to evacuate are directed to commence any and all necessary countermeasures. All remaining Alliance personnel outside Sol Theater are directed to muster at pre-appointed staging areas and commence offensive combat operations at first available opportunity. In absence of further instruction, independent action is authorized. KEI-9, my dog. Dear Commander Shepard, I was a contractor working on the Normandy's haptic interface when it was in dry dock. Your VI Edie emailed me to let you know I left my dog mech on board. That's the one we saw downstairs. I'm all the way out in Terra Nova now and would hate for you to go a million clicks out of your way to drop off my dog. Please just take care of her. She likes exploring, sniffing chemical trails and 750 volt outlets. Thank you and sorry for the trouble. I promise you won't be too much of a headache. Andrea Brown. N7 weaponry from Lieutenant D. Eugene. Your VI Edie put in a request for me for a handful of N7 grade weapons. Happy to oblige. I led the engineers who retrofitted the Normandy when it turned over to the Alliance. Edie kept me company when we were overhauling the Normandy's interior. She's a beautiful ship commander. I'll miss working on her. I left the guns in your weapons locker. Cool. ANN Alert. Alliance News Network. By Ruxius Aurelius. Citadel. Where's the Quarian fleet? The latest intelligence shows the Reapers are taking system after system at a feverish pace. Members of all races are fleeing their stations, colonies, and in some cases their homeworlds. This kind of forced exodus might seem especially familiar to the nomadic Quarians who were pushed off their homeworld by the synthetic Geth centuries ago. But as the galaxy pushes back against the Reapers, the Quarians are conspicuously absent. Turian and Alliance spokespeople cannot provide the fleet's current location. They say they have other concerns at the moment. Whatever the Quarians are up to, they want it kept secret from the Council. After a refueling stop at Ilium, the fleet left no stated destination. And there are also reports of a galaxy-wide call for all young adult Quarians to abandon their pilgrimages to rejoin the fleet. Okay, that's serious. Greedy and short-sighted powers will always try to gain the upper hand in times of galactic crisis. We can only hope that whatever the Quarians are planning does not interfere with the only thing that should matter, stopping the Reapers. Wow. N7 Special Ops. Shepard, we're getting reinforcements. A group the recruits are calling N7 Special Ops. They're soldiers, mercenaries, and other operatives, and they've been surprisingly effective against the Reapers with Alliance support. They're not technically N7, but I'm willing to let the nickname slide as long as it remains unofficial. They fought through some of the toughest battles in this war, and I'm not going to begrudge them the morale boost. With the whole galaxy at war, I've ordered the ops to the front lines to rendezvous with our forces. They'll provide invaluable support on the ground. Hackett. From Edie, while we're in my dry dock, Joker suggested a small welcoming gift would be appropriate to have on hand should you be reinstated as commanding officer. As the ship does not have the capacity to accommodate the dancers he suggested, I chose something from the Official Systems Alliance catalog. Soldiers who have held an N7 designation for 5 years or more are entitled to a commemorative hooded jacket for wear on off-duty hours. You will find it among the selection of casual clothing in your cabin. That's awesome, thanks. Glyph, some of the research you found allowed me to research an upgrade for you. Simply access the terminal in Dr. Sony's office at your convenience. You may choose how and when to implement it. We've already done that. Priority mission Eden Prime. Cerberus has attacked Eden Prime and is now occupying the colony. Alliance forces are stretched too thin right now to attempt to liberate the colony, but we've been doing what we can to covertly aid the local resistance. In the process, we've learned that Cerberus has uncovered a major Prothean artifact. We don't know what it is, but it appears to be the reason for the attack on the colony. We need you to infiltrate the colony and recover the artifact. Back to Eden Prime. Wow. Can I not check any more? Looks like that's everything, but it says there's an arrow, but I can't go down any further.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit?
Absolutely.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Just ask if you need stuff.
Next time you need something, just ask. We're all in this together.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
Well, I do, but...
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
Yeah, you better.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We've got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
Well, you don't know that.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
Okay, so let's see now. Can we check? I don't know why I can't get to more email. That's really weird, but... Is there a way to delete email? Not that I can see. And if I go, I can't... Huh. Strange. Okay. Couple of things let's check out before we take off here. Eden Prime. Let's see. Cerberus has discovered a protein artifact on Eden Prime. Land on the planet to recover the artifact. And Cerberus Lab. The Alliance has discovered a new Cerberus laboratory located on Sanctum. Investigate the lab and deal with the threat. Now, there is something called From Ashes, which I believe I need to be doing first. I'm wondering if that's Eden Prime by chance, because it kind of would make sense. From Ashes is a place we've been like so many times before. But we'll see. Okay, we've talked to everybody. We are officially ready to rock and roll. So when we come back, we're heading out. See you then.